Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, whatever part of the world you're currently watching and listening to our video blog. I thought I'd go out for a quick walk. Actually, not too bad right now. It's pretty mild. A little muggy because it's overcast out there. It's cloudy. But I need to do my exercise, so I figure I'd just go out for a quick walk. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thought I kind of opine a little and reflect on some of the things that are happening in the social media realm. As most of you guys are aware of, the social media platform is pretty powerful, mostly just because of their reach and their overall structure. And I thought I kind of opine a little on some of the things that they're kind of abusing their power on. Sometimes when organizations and companies become way too big, they basically forget about the small people, the users of their platform. They basically ignore their rights and protections of their rights. So I thought I'd talk about that in today's video blog. I haven't really completed my podcast for this week yet, so maybe I'll just incorporate this also in my podcast for this week's. But anyway, so YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the major social media platform have basically been granted access and authority over data. That's the user's data. Okay, whoever uses their platform, basically they have been given the privileges and the rights to utilize those data as they see fit. So these are computer programmers, IT companies, right, that are making decisions on how society should evolve, how they try to architecture, how people should be operating and interacting and sharing material online. So they have the authority to silence information as they see fit, regardless if it's truth or if it's fake or whatever. They basically have the last word on who gets to share their opinions, and concerns, facts, and even fables online. Now, when it comes to fake news, I'm all for it being silenced. I'm all for it being managed and controlled. But when they're silencing content that are truthful, honest, and factual, then that becomes an issue, because that's a violation of freedom of speech and silencing information. And it's been happening throughout the years, right? It's not just recently. Facebook is a number one culprit of this. They managed to actually silence a sitting precedent. Donald Trump, when in his first term, was silenced by Facebook and even X, Twitter. So hello there to you guys. I can't really see what you're saying, just because it's it's dark and glary on the screen, but I'll try to say hello to everyone that's listening. Thank you for joining me today. So all right, so hello, Alson. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you for letting me know that you're actually there listening to my content. So anyway, I was talking about Donald Trump being silenced on Facebook and Twitter. And imagine that kind of power and authority when they can silence a sitting precedent on their platform, right? So again, even if it's truthful, factual, or is of purpose, you know, for public use and information, they have the authority to silence that kind of content. Sorry, I'm a little sore from all my exercise, but I'm trying to just keep on going here. My walking is a little wobbly today because my legs are a bit swollen and sore. But anyway, what I was going to say was that Facebook managed to silence the sitting president. Imagine if you're nobody in America, if you're nobody in this world, they can silence you indefinitely. You know, you think that your material is being seen and being reviewed and people are able to get access to your content. You know, it's a layer that they put up so that you would think that you're actually able to communicate on their platform, but in all reality, you're being silenced. It's just they, you know, basically put up a veil of layers so that it would appear to you that your content is accessible within your network of friends and people on your friends list. So that's a modus operandi within the social media platform, where they put up a front. Basically, they put up like a user interface, okay, looking like you're actually on their platform and you're, you know, typing away, posting pictures and posting content online, but in all reality, you're the only one that can see the material. So anyway, folks, that's the kind of power that these social media platforms have over people. And I've just recently found out also that YouTube is also engaged in silencing content. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys aren't able to review and listen to my content, because YouTube is not letting people get access to our content. You know, it's not being disseminated the same way as some other influencers and content creators are being given the privileges by YouTube to share their material online. So that's a sad reality, but it's happening in the social media world, right, folks? So many people can see that as, you know, beneficial, I guess, if they don't want the you know, the content or the message to be amplified online, especially if they have certain agendas that they don't want to, you know, get people to think about an alternative. That's what they do, is they silence content, especially if it's a powerful material, if it's a powerful, you know, content that could disrupt their narrative, that could basically, you know, expose their crap, expose who they are. Then they won't let you get access to those content that are powerful enough to disrupt, you know, the status quo, the narrative of the powerful elites. And, you know, some of these powerful companies and interests and people are actually paying the social media platform to silence content. Either they pay them to silence content or they sue them to silence content. All right, folks, we live in a very dangerous world today where, you know, dissent is being controlled by the powerful elite. Never in human history has this kind of stuff happened before, where the powerful has authority over the voice of the public. Okay? It's extremely problematic. That's how authoritarian regimes, communist regimes, you know, dictatorship happens, when the voice of the people, the voice of the public is silenced. All right, folks. So, yeah, it's pathetic that very few people are actually trying to, you know, investigate the abuse of power of the social media platform. So imagine if you're a subject matter expert, if you have an authority over, you know, the environmental issues, for example, and you were to share some of the issues that you've been researching, you've been paying attention to for ages, for decades, all right? and you're sharing that on your social media platform, and all of a sudden you get silence and nobody gets access to your content that is truthful, honest, and actually factual. Okay, and that's happening now in today's reality, in today's world. So we no longer live in a free society. We no longer live in a society that, you know, is fair and balanced. We're now living in a society, in a country, in the US especially. This is before Donald Trump's administration I'm talking about. I think things are starting to, you know, kind of improve a little bit now, but still it's an issue, right? So we now live in a society around the world where people can be easily silenced off of their social media platform. So these giants, the Googles, the Facebooks, the Microsoft, the YouTubes, they have that kind of authority now. Oh look, there's a nice little puppy here in the park. See? It's sniffing around. Hey there, puppy. So anyway, that's a really nice cute puppy there. Cool. So anyway, what I was saying is, if people that you can't even see, right, that makes the call on what you can share on your social media platform, on the content that you can post, they have no subject matter expertise on any of the stuff that you're posting, and yet they make the call on silencing it. They make the call of not letting the public get access to it, not letting your friends see it. That's the reality that we live in today. You know, some IT guy that has little to no life experience are making decisions on whose content is worthy to be seen and what content should be silenced. Okay, they have no subject matter expertise on anything other than keying in codes, online codes, and programming, but yet they want to silence content that is relevant to the world. That's exactly the kind of tyranny and oppression that many historians of the past have been warning the people of the future about. People in the past have said, okay, there will be a world when, you know, the powerful elites and business decision makers and elites will be calling the shots. Look, I have like a bug here. It looks like a firefly. There it is. Yeah, it's a firefly that landed on me. So anyway, folks, that's what's going on today in the year 2025. I'm glad that, you know, at least the Trump administration is starting to, you know, kind of curb this issue. They're holding people accountable today, but it's gotten so prevalent, so widely spread that it's so hard to, you know, undo the damages that was done by the past administration in silencing content. You know, even Mark Zuckerberg, he's one person that is guilty for all of this. I've actually started a petition, right, folks, to hold Mark Zuckerberg accountable for silencing content on Facebook. Okay, he marketed his platform as a free, you know, unbiased, apolitical platform for people to be free to speak their minds, share their thoughts in, you know, regardless if they agree with what those posters are saying, what those people are posting on their social media. That's irrelevant. They should be, you know, fair and balanced and apolitical. They shouldn't be taking sides. Okay, they should let people speak their minds. But yet, Mark Zuckerberg silenced many people on their platform. Okay, another issue was that during January 6, 2021, when there was a political process and protest, basically up on Capitol Hill, right? There were marchers that decided to storm some of the federal buildings, but a vast majority of those marchers did not enter any of the federal buildings. None of, and unfortunately, none of the news organization mentioned that majority of the marchers did not enter the buildings. But yet, because they posted pictures on their social media account, on their Facebook account, they were fingered. They were basically turned into the authorities by Facebook. They were, they were basically, singled out by Facebook, right, folks? So imagine a platform that does that, that basically, turning people just because they want to be held accountable on things that you're not even a part of. And that's their decision, to turn people in. So that's the reality of today's world, folks. We live in a very, very different world and society. We are basically being silenced, and all our rights have, and human rights and civil rights have been violated by many of these social media platforms. When I first drafted the book Faceconomics back when I was still in college, I saw the benefit of the social media platform, in economic development. I wanted to utilize the platform to increase, awareness in market development, economic, development support activities, investments, trade, commerce, and, even tourism. But unfortunately, everything's been spun around to benefit the wealthy, the privileged, and the elites of this world. And now it's out of control, and they don't know how to manage it because it went berserk. It's like a wildfire that happened on the social media platform. They can no longer regulate it, and they can't manage it because they were doing a lot of damage to begin with. Instead of using the platform to benefit society, it was being utilized by the elites to silence people. And now that they can't control it, they don't know how to manage what's going on with the social media platform around the world. So their course of action is to silence content that are truthful, factual, honest, and it's of benefit to society. Okay, because they're panicking, they don't know how to control it. Okay, folks. But basically, the reason they're panicking is they created a monster that they have no idea how to control because they were feeding it with all the wrong crap that is now engulfing and absorbing within the society. So basically that's what happened. They were misusing the platform instead of creating a positive environment on social media. They've turned it into an evil, nefarious, and corrupt system. Luckily, there's still some good social media platforms out there. And X is one of them, I guess, in a way. But even X, I heard, has been also silencing content. And Truth Social is also silencing content. So at a certain level, they're not as bad as YouTube's, Instagram, or Facebook. But that's the pure unadulterated facts, folks, that these social media giants are abusing their power. And they will continue to abuse their power until somebody holds them accountable. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I started a petition on change.org. Look it up, to hold Mark Zuckerberg accountable. I'm going to share the link at the bottom description of this video blog. Look it up. Basically, in in short details, spoke about everything that I'm telling you now. All right, folks, share the petition with your friends, sign it, share it with your family and friends, sign it, and let people know that we need to stand up against these kind of oppressive, abuse of power and authoritarian platforms. They used to call themselves social media, but now it's an authoritarian platform where if you don't fit the narrative that they want to promote around the world, you're basically going to be ostracized and they're going to silence you. And that's how they've been operating. So I want you guys to please sign the petition, tell your friends and family about it, and take a stand, because you never know to what extent they're going to continue to abuse their power. They could easily just wipe your data off of their platform without you even knowing. And I've actually come across it many times where they try to delete my Facebook account many times. All right, ever since I started raising awareness on this kind of abuse of power and holding Mark Zuckerberg accountable, they tried to delete my account a few times, and I'll fight them in court if that were to continue to happen, because everything that I share, everything that I talk about are truthful, factual, and people can actually research any of these things that I'm telling you. You can look it up online. There's a lot of silencing going on throughout, not just the Biden administration. Even during the Trump administration it happened. They even silenced a sitting president, for example. So that's the reality of things, right? If a social media platform, a business, has the kind of authority over the president, a sitting president of a country, then that's a red flag, a major red flag, folks. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. Imagine the head of a state, the most powerful office in the land, can be silenced by a social media platform like Facebook and Twitter. All right, folks. So don't be caught in the dark on any of this, because the internet is a powerful environment. The online social media platform is a powerful environment. They have the authority and they have the power to erase your data and erase your content and your voice. Okay, silence your voice. That's just the reality of things. All right, folks. So, the petition and tell your family and friends about our Change.org campaign to hold Mark Zuckerberg legally accountable and to put him in jail, behind bars, for all the nefarious, corrupt, and evil activity that he's allowed to happen on his platform. All right, he knew everything. He's been investigated many times by authorities. They simply cannot put him in jail because he's in a business environment, right? He's within an industry, and the industry in the country, the social media industry, is one of the most powerful. They have major armies of lawyers and lobbyists. That's why till to this day none of them are being persecuted and put it behind bars, because the industry, social media industry in America, is one of the most powerful. That's why they call them the giants, social media giants. All right, folks, I don't care what party you belong in. It's irrelevant to me what party you believe in. What is relevant to me is that you understand the nature of this danger. Okay, I run for the U.S. Senate 5 years ago as an independent candidate, but I've been exposed to both parties, Republican and Democrats. I've helped politicians from both parties. So this is not a political statement that I'm sharing with you. I'm telling you the cold, unadulterated fact that the social media platform is extremely dangerous, not just to American society, but to the world. It is extremely dangerous, and America owns these social media platforms that are weaponized. Okay, they're being used against the public. So they basically turned these platforms against freedom of speech, democracy, and the rule of law, civil rights and human rights. Were basically, corrupted by the social media platform. I mean, there's been issues with, various elections around the world that have been disrupted by the social media platform. But it's really not the social media platform, it's the people that utilizes them. But when information is silenced, then it's almost impossible to decipher what is truth and what is, fake. So with this said, folks, my name is Al Mina. I'm the managing partner of a consulting firm, and I'm also the author of Faceconomics, the concept that was introduced to the world to utilize the social media platform in economic development, to positively use the social media platform like Facebook and other social media platforms for the good of humanity. And guess what? That was silence. My content was silence. And I've been basically sharing my information and message with the world for several years now. But, the social media giants decided that my spin on the positive utilization of the social media platform tramples their profit generating business model. So they don't want anybody to utilize their platform to create opportunities and for social and world good. They basically just want you to be brainwashed by their content. They just force feed you the content that they want you to subscribe to. Okay, I mean, think about this. When Facebook was rolled out, Mark Zuckerberg went around the world and started talking about putting balloons, internet balloons around the world so that people can use the social media platform and learn new things like, knowledge transfer type of activities, right? He was saying, the reason he created Facebook is to help humanity succeed and get access to knowledge and information that will change their society, right? Up until he decided that, he could make a lot of money by not doing that, by not helping people out. And so initially, he was on my side. He was, on the faceconomics, team, in which we would utilize the social media platform in economic development worldwide initially. And then a couple years later, he did a complete 360 turn in which he basically said to the world that he's not going to help the world anymore to succeed using his platform. So now he basically is making money off of his platform alone and forget about the world, so he didn't really follow up. He never really had any he wasn't motivated to support the betterment of mankind using his platform. He was more interested in buying mansions and luxurious things to support his greed. His greed. So, and now his platform became a police platform in which authorities are using Facebook now to track people down, and he's allowed that to happen, which I don't really care if they are doing that, because there's a lot of bad apples out there. They can definitely do it, but they shouldn't be the only platform to that authorities should be utilizing, because at the end of the day, folks, the social media platform should be a free environment for people to utilize. So, you know, share their thoughts and concerns and desires and whatever ideas freely. Okay, folks, that's what the social media platform should be. But you know, Mark Zuckerberg made it completely different. He turned it into an evil platform. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down for a little bit. I'm all sweaty. So but think about what I'm saying, folks. It's just one of those things, right? People don't want to discuss these issues because they know it's the truth. And when you're talking about the truth, people tend to silence the truth. You know, and because most people, they don't want to deal with the truth, because when they're faced with the truth, then they have to, you know, actively find a solution. They have to acknowledge that there is a problem, and people don't want to acknowledge that there's a problem in the social media platform environment. You know, folks, yeah, that's the reality of today's world. Let me know if you have any questions or anything that you want me to talk about. You know, I'd be more than happy to address some of your concerns or suggestions. So, okay, folks. So, in the issue of truth, many people that are talking the truth are being silenced. Okay, and that's a persisting issue. It's gonna keep on happening until it's been exposed, and that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm here for, is to expose all the lies and the crap and the corruption, the garbage, the evil and nefarious activities happening around the world. You can decide to, you know, silence the truth, or you can be that light to expose darkness, and that's what I'm trying to do, is expose darkness. And I'm gonna keep on talking. I'm gonna keep on sharing my views until something is done within the social media platform. Okay, folks. Okay, so yeah, with this being said, I wish that you guys would consider signing our petition, right? It's on change.org, and share it with your family and friends. You know, let them know about this campaign. I can't do this by myself. If you guys want to do you know, a service to humanity, to influence people and make a positive difference in this world, then share our campaign. You know, tell people about our truth.org social media campaign to hold Mark Zuckerberg accountable. Until we rise up, until we stand up against these powerful elites, nothing's going to happen. I don't care what, you know, political party you believe in. It's not a political issue. This is a humanitarian crisis. This is a human tragedy. When we no longer live in a free society, we no longer live in a free world, we no longer have free will, we no longer have freedom of choice. We might as well just live in a communist society, a dictatorship, or authoritarian, oppressive, you know, society, because that's what we're up against right now. We're dealing with the same kind of behavior as those, you know, countries that we used to despise and fight against because of what they're doing to their people, what they're doing to their society. They're destroying their society and communities, and that's happening now. And so think about what I'm talking about, folks. I'm not just sharing this information without any facts. We've actually done a lot of research on what's going on the social media platform. I've written books on this, so we have solid facts. All right, folks. I'm not just trying to, you know, string you on and bet you to do things that we couldn't prove. There is solid facts that the social media platform is silencing the world community, it's silencing people, it's silencing the public, And the more that this continues on, the less we are going to be able to have a stable society to live in. The next generations of people will definitely suffer if we don't do anything today. Right, folks? So consider what I'm just saying to you now. Everything that I'm telling you, like I said, it's been researched. We have facts that these social media platforms are silencing the public, okay, via their will or via somebody else's will that's dictating to them how to silence other people, oppress people, and basically, do away with democracy in this world. That's the reality of today's society and today's world, right, folks? So anyway, like I said, share our change.org campaign with your family and friends. Let them know about what's going on within the social media platform. It's one of the fastest growing platform there is on this planet. It's one of the biggest, most powerful mass communication environment on today's world. I mean, when the internet came out, people were already very, pessimistic about it. Well, this social media platform is 6 times more amplified in terms of the negative type of results that we're going to be getting once they have full authority over the public and over the world. And it's not it's not far for this to happen. It's fast creeping up on us. It will be just the next couple of years when we wake up and we no longer have any rights, we no longer have any voice, and we no longer have access to our freedoms, because the social media platforms worldwide has taken control of our voice and privileges and rights. Okay, folks, think about what I'm talking about, because I've been monitoring the social media platform for many years. I've written books on it. I did my best to, win hearts and minds of the public so that they would utilize the social media platform to increase productivity, as well as promote economic development worldwide and protect the human and civil rights of every creature on this planet. Every human person, all right, any individual have been protected, but that didn't happen. The social media giants have abused their power, and they are continuously abusing their power. So that's how things are, folks. It's today's reality, today's world. Anyway, I'm on my way back home. So like I was saying, if you have any suggestions, concerns or any comments that you would like to share, let me know. Just write it down at the bottom section of this description page in our video blog, and I'll try to answer them on my next video blog podcast, whichever, and try to give you some of my inputs regarding the concerns and comments that you're sharing with me. As I said, I'm being silenced myself, right? So my voice has been silenced for many years now. So I'm talking from my own personal experience. I'm not just sharing what I've read or heard or seen. I've actually experienced the silencing on the social media platform, because I created a narrative that is the opposite of what the wealthy, elite, powerful, interests in America is saying. So they're trying to make sure that my voice is not heard and my message is silenced. So it's up to you guys if you want to live in a society that you have no voice in, you have no freedoms, you don't have no rights. Okay, it's up to you, because you're gonna feel it. I assure you, you're gonna feel it, because it's happening today. It's just a matter of time where everyone will feel this kind of despicable, evil, corrupt, nefarious garbage. All right, I'm not just, because I've felt it myself and I hated every minute of it. And I'm warning you guys, I'm giving you a fair warning that you will one day experience it. Okay? And trust me, it will ruin your life. They have no problem or qualms about ruining people's lives. Okay? And that's what they try to do to me. And luckily, you know, I found a way to navigate around it and out of it. But not everybody's going to be as fortunate. Okay, folks? So think about what I'm telling you now. Ask me questions, you know, in the comments. You know, I'll be more than happy to expand on my own experiences. But, you know, when people are corrupt and greedy and evil, they don't think about society. They only think about themselves. They think about, you know, the wealth and the privileges and power that they're going to acquire when people are under their thumb, when their influence is overcast above a population, above a society, above a government. That's all they care about, right? So, yeah, folks, this is the world that we live in today. Never in human history have we lived in this kind of world. Okay, it's condensed and it's now limited by the evil, corrupt people of this world. All right, I'm not dogging, you know, the wealthy because they're wealthy. I'm dogging them. I'm sharing my concern because of their abuse. Okay, I like people that are progressive. I like people that made something out of themselves. I treasure hard work. Okay, I treasure a lot of human progress. But when it comes to silencing people and doing evil things to them, then I raise my hand and make sure the red flag is seen, and I expose their corrupt ways, because we have to fight back. If we don't, society will collapse in a matter of years, not decades, years. So that you guys would tell your family and friends about what I'm sharing with you now. You know, subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook, and we're going to continue to expose these corrupt, evil, nefarious activities on the social media platform that is happening today. We have become a watchdog of, you know, protecting the public from all these social media platforms. Okay, mainly because democracy is violated, human rights not protected, civil rights ignored. Okay, folks, these are IT people. They have no life experiences to tell anyone how to live, how to, you know, follow through on their, you know, desire to improve their lives. You know, they're basically just there dictating who should be allowed to share on their social media platform and who shouldn't be allowed to share on their social media platform. That's the reality of things, folks. So, yeah, I thought I bring this up to your attention, and you decide if I'm telling you, you know, crap, you know, let me know. Or if you believe what I'm saying after you research what I'm telling you, then let me know also. All right? Because in all reality, folks, if we don't work together against this kind of garbage, we're going to consume every single thing that they're putting out there. We're going to lose our rights. We're going to lose our freedoms. And overall, you know, ability to, you know, do what we want to do. It's just one of those things. It's just, they're going to be that, you know, big brother that will tell you what to do, how to think, how to operate. So, yeah, that's a major concern. Oh, wow, I don't think I've seen free-range chicken in this neighborhood before, but there's a bunch of them. Wow, okay, so this is pretty interesting. I've been coming back and forth in this neighborhood for many years, and never once have I seen free-range chickens. And they're right there. They're just walking around. Hey there. So they're a bunch of chickens here. They're walking around. Can you see them? Anyway, that's something that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. You know, think about what I'm sharing with you, because we need to do something about this. Unfortunately, people are so inundated with their day in, day out, you know, monotonous routine, that they forget that once they get too caught up with in their comfort zone, they basically lose focus and they forget about all these violations and, you know, very concerning activities happening in the social media platform in the guise of the internet. All right, folks. So, yeah, that's today's reality. That's what's going on around the world today. And unfortunately, there's not enough people that are exposing these kinds of illegal, very evil, nefarious, corrupt activities on the social media platform. Yeah, folks. Anyway, that pretty much covers my walk for today. I had a good 35-40 minute walk, just like the doctor ordered. I'm a little sweaty and running out of breath, but I'm glad I got to do my exercise for today. With this said, folks, thanks for watching and listening to my video blog. Let me know if you have anything else that you'd like me to cover. I appreciate your time, and make sure to subscribe, like, and share our content. We're on YouTube, and also Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Music, as well as Facebook. So look us up. Take care. Have a good one.